Hey guys, Buffering Game back today bringing a video, and today we're going over the fact that DMZ has a problem here in Season 5, and hopefully going over what they can do to potentially make some improvements to make it an overall more enjoyable experience. Now, the gameplay you're going to be seeing in the background here is a prime example, I think, of the problem, and just so you guys are up to speed with the gameplay and what the topic of this video is the six-man teams. I think six-man teams are a huge problem. You can see here in the first clip, we're getting pushed. We are a three-man. We're getting pushed by a six-man, and this is going to happen on both occasions here. We are a three-man, and this is showing pretty much no matter how good you are, it's rare you're going to kill a six-man as a solo, or even a duo if you lose one or two of your three-man guys. So really, I think the issue here is assimilation. Being able to assimilate to a six-man, especially with the addition of the MRAPs and the JLTVs and everything like that, you get pushed by multiple players on a six-man. No matter how many people you kill, you'll see in this first clip of the gameplay footage is about 3 minutes long, and I end up killing, I think, 9 total players. And again, this is of a six-man team. So you kill them, they res someone, you miss somebody, and he sneaks around and is able to res somebody. And this is an issue going in and trying to either regain or try and get some different loot, acquire different contraband or mission loot for unlocking stash items, things like that, or even just completing the missions. I think the focus of DMZ, I thought, was to, similar to Tarkov, is complete the missions and expand your stash, get full contraband, wallet, all this stuff. They've added so many different things to do in this game mode. However, with the six-man assimilation, it just turns into this player hunting, wild TDM type game mode. People are playing it like Warzone, which is fine. I do enjoy loving hunting players, and I've done it on a lot of occasions. It is definitely fun. However, when it's a six-man with an MRAP or a JLTV versus a three-man or a two-man, and they're going to push you like that, popping UAVs and whatever else is going on, it definitely gets pretty old pretty quick, because no matter how good you are, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, you're not going to kill a full six-man unless they're really bad. Now, it's happened. I've definitely done it. For example, that 18-kill gameplay we had a couple months back with the AK-74M, the Alpha AK, is a prime example. However, here, you can see I didn't know there was one more alive, and he ended up getting most of these guys back up. I'm only able to get one guy back up. I end up killing them all again, -1, and then I get killed by an AI. So, of course, I'm doing all this work, just outplaying the heck out of these guys, and an AI is what kills me in the first clip. The second clip, again, similar situation here is this is a six-man. We outplay them like crazy. They should be embarrassed how badly they got outplayed here. But, again, it ends up being one versus however many, and somebody's going to be resin while I'm fighting the others. They get everybody back up, and they're going to end up pushing all together. So that's what I think is frustrated with DMZ is Infinity Ward, Activision, whoever is working on this game mode right now needs to go back to the mission statement of the mode and figure out what the purpose of the game mode is. And in this second clip, we saw these guys were downed, so we wanted to come over and try and pick them up. Typically, it's what we try to do, or even if we do get in gunfights, if you plea, we usually will pick you up, unless you're like just a really rude person. But so what we're doing here is we came over here to pick these guys up, and there's another team here, so we get into this firefight, obviously, and you'll see how it plays out. Man Named Nobody and myself go in this building, 2 versus however many are there, and these guys are terrible, and we just annihilated them horrendously here. They again, and after the firefight, and they ended up killing us. I told the guy, I said, you guys had no business winning that firefight. It's simply a numbers game, and the dude thought he was a big bad tough player because he had a fire shotgun and thought because he killed 2 of us that he deserved to win that firefight when all 6 of them had to push us at once. Pretty hilarious, the mindset of some players out there winning firefights, because you watch this gameplay, you're going to realize that they had zero business. The only thing that won this fight for them was the fact that they did have numbers. So they got completely outplayed, and it was embarrassing for them, and of course he couldn't admit that. But again, what's the fix here? what is the mission statement of DMZ? What is the goal of this game mode? Are we supposed to be doing missions? Are we supposed to be collecting items? What is the purpose of the mode? Or is it just a different type of Warzone, PvP type thing where we're supposed to get together 6 guys, get an MRAP, and just go squad hunting on the entire map? What is the purpose of it? So I think they need to really refine that. I think as far as assimilation goes, I think a 6-man team is pretty ridiculous. I think maybe assimilation, this Justin on our channel suggested that maybe assimilation should be 4 players max. That way it would encourage more solo play, and that way you could pick up a solo. If you go in as a 3-man, or if you go in as a duo, you can pick up another duo or 2 people. 4 players max, I think, is comfortable. Or just get rid of assimilation altogether for a season and see how it plays. Because I think when the game first started, DMZ was introduced, there was no assimilation, and I really enjoyed it because you could solo a trio pretty easily if you were a good player. And here, soloing a 6-man or even doing a 6-man can be very, very difficult. You can see now everyone else is down. I'm going to go try and res. There's a random in here. I'm going to pick him up. And this is where they end up doing this push. Now, after this, we looked and we had 12 total kills. I had 4. Man and Nobody had 4. This Justin had 4. So we had 12 kills on a 6-man. And they ended up winning because they pushed all together. Smart on them, but that just goes to show 6-man assimilation is for the tryhards or the really, really terrible players. So I think they need to reduce assimilation to at least 4. I think would be much, much better of an option here. And encourage, again, more solo play, put more emphasis on the missions, or if they're going to keep 6-man assimilation, they should be marked on the map at all times. So look at this. They all needed to push. 4 of them needed to push with fire shotguns, and thought they were the best players ever. And this dude said, yo, you suck. Go back to the lobby. You guys just got wrecked. Like 3 or 4 fire shotguns. Just so stupid that's how this gunfight ended after we just outplayed the heck out of them. Same with the first clip. This is just one of many examples. The second one was off last night's stream where this happened many times. So I think if there's going to be 6-man assimilation, it needs to be marked on the map. If there's an MRAP active on the map, I think it needs to be marked on the map. Maybe even the same with JLTVs, but definitely a 6-man needs to be marked full-time on the map if they're going to keep that. Otherwise, I would say go no assimilation or 4-man total assimilation to encourage more solo play. Put more emphasis and rewards on the missions. They need to do something to reduce this 6-man player hunt game that this has turned into recently. I think they've made some really good changes, but as of late, it's just been nothing but a six-man teams going around with popping UAVs and going after duos and trios, and it's just really, really annoying. So I really hope they figure out what this mode is supposed to be and do something more beneficial with this mode to make it more enjoyable, because I really love DMZ. I don't know if it's making a return in Modern Warfare 3, but this is my primary game mode. Actually, it is my only game mode that I play, and I really enjoy it. And to see kind of how toxic it's gotten with the 6-man just going around and hunting everybody is really, really annoying. Especially, there's glitches you can do where you can get into lobbies at the same time, and you can instantly go meet up with your other 3 and get a 6-man. So it's not all the time just happenstance that these 3 players join up. Teams are going in as 2 trios, and then they're finding each other and assimilating and going player hunting. That is what a lot of people are doing, the tryhards, the sweats. So it really takes away from the purpose of the mode. And from a game mode that's been in development for 3+ years, supposedly, from what we heard, I find it shocking that they don't see that this is a problem. And I know they've defended it like 6-man assimilation is for players that are not as good, but that's just simply not true. Yes, it is, which is a prime example for that second gunfight, even the first gunfight in those clips. But I see it far more than not. You don't have really bad 6-man teams. You have really good 6-man teams, or at least 6-man teams that are all running fire shotguns like what you just saw there. So I don't know, no matter how good you are, you're not winning that gunfight in close quarters whatsoever. So I really hope they go back to the drawing board and figure something out here for Season 6 with assimilation. Again, mark 6-man on the map. Get rid of 6-man, get rid of assimilation. Assimilation 4 players max. They need to do something, because they keep adding new missions, they keep adding new factions, but if you're in there trying to get loot and then you're constantly running into 6-man teams, I don't know what the purpose of the game mode is. So they really need to do something. It's very, very frustrating. Are we playing TDM? Are we playing Tryhard World Series of Warzone? Or are we playing DMZ? So hopefully Infinity Ward sits down and asks himself that question. If they want it to be tryhard World Series of Warzone, I don't know why the game mode exists. So let me know your thoughts down below. What's your experience with Warzone so far? Also, shout out to our members here on the channel. We have 6 total members here on the channel. We have Man Named Nobody, This Justin, CM, Aiden Flores, and FPS Cannon Fodder. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for all the support here on the channel. Really, really appreciate it. And also Noodly Boy, not to forget Noodly Boy. So really, really appreciate all the support. All the social media links, all that are down below. If you guys are liking the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is Buffner Gaming, with hopefully DMZ gets rid of some assimilation so we don't run into 6-man fire shotgun teams. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.